guys are probably sick of me talking about music already, since that's all yesterday's vlog was, but I just had to share, because I've just been in a more musical mood lately. One of the things that I'm having Chris print off a lot for me is Chrono Trigger music. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, because I freaking love Chrono Trigger so much. I would probably go as far as to say that it's my favorite video game of all time. If it's not my favorite, it's definitely like in my top like 3. I really love games that don't really tend to have a story, kind of like Animal Crossing for example, but for games that do have a story, it's probably my favorite. And I was actually thinking about that, and I'm like, I probably love Chrono Trigger more than Majora's Mask, but I really, really love Majora's Mask, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, apparently I like complicated, overlapping, twisting, and entwining time travel video games. They're apparently the ones that I really love. I was looking up some orchestral Chrono Trigger music because it's always really amazing when people do that. And there's one that came out apparently like almost 2 years ago now from Rebecca E. Tripp, and it's Chrono Trigger Epic Orchestral Medley, and it is wonderful. I really, really love it. I think it's beautifully done. I think it flows really well, and it really showcases each song, and it's incredible. So if you want to get a taste of some Chrono Trigger music, I highly, highly recommend this one. I love that so much about the internet and about having so many creative and talented people all over the world, that people are able to create these wonderful things and then put them out there for everyone to see, because I'm probably going to be listening to this a lot in the near future, like a lot, because it's so freaking beautiful. And a few years ago when I was really into orchestral Chrono Trigger music, there was some on YouTube, but there wasn't everything, and looking at it now, there's way more, and I think that's just incredible, that even though this game came out like 20 years ago, that it is still being like redone and played and all these wonderful things, and I just love that so much. So I figured I'd share that with you. And if you're curious where I've been getting most of my video game music, it's from a website called Nin Sheet Music, which is a bunch of Nintendo sheet music, as you would guess from the name. They have a few things that aren't Nintendo on there, like a few random video games, but mostly it's Nintendo, and I for the most part really enjoy their arrangements. And another website that I was using is Ishigo's Sheet Music, I guess is how you'd say it. And that has a lot more anime stuff on there, but it does have a lot of video game stuff as well. So, in case you're wondering, those are my primary sources, and besides that, I just Google and find stuff. And then the website that I was using, that I was talking about yesterday, is also good, but it is harder to navigate, although it has a lot more stuff that isn't just anime and video games. So those are some 3 really great resources that I've been using for like 5-6 years. So I've been using them for a long time, and I really love them. So I highly recommend. But this Chrono Trigger music is freaking amazing, and I highly recommend you listen to it, because it's so wonderful. And I'll probably be listening to a lot of the other stuff that this person has put together, because like seriously, it's wonderful. I love Chrono Trigger so much.
So I just got back from work. It's really nice outside right now, which is interesting because there's also tons of snow on the ground still. I just got back and I went to the store. Giselle doesn't get off until 8, so I'm going to eat dinner. Today is St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day, I guess. I mean, I've never really celebrated St. Patrick's Day ever, except last year Giselle and I did make like a special St. Patrick's Day meal. She was living with that couple last year at this point, and she made it for all of us, but we made it a day late, and we're going to do that same thing this year. In fact, last year, the vlog where we made that was titled something like St. Patrick's Day, a day late, and then, so tomorrow will be another St. Patrick's Day, a day late. So I went to Walmart, and I grabbed some corned beef. So apparently that's a typical thing to eat. We ate it last year, and Giselle had like a tradition of eating it back home. So corned beef and cabbage, and we also had potatoes last year, and we're going to make Irish soda bread. So we're going to do all that tomorrow because Giselle's not getting home until 8. Well, I have to go get her at 8. I have a little less than an hour and a half, I guess, before I have to go get her. and so I'm only going to be home for an hour and a half. But I did get something else for dinner. I was thinking about making this on my own, but I wasn't sure if I would have enough time between in the hour and a half to make it. I mean, I'm sure I would have, but I've never made any of that stuff before. And I was really worried about messing up the Irish soda bread and just messing up all this stuff. So we're going to make it together tomorrow, which was a good plan because at Walmart I came across, they had the kind of right when you walk in to the right, there's this little freezer thing with Walmart pizzas in them, and they were on sale. I wouldn't have gotten this if it wasn't on sale, I promise. But there's this whole gigantic, colossal pizza. It was on sale for less than $5, so 50% off pizza. I might as well get it and eat it and have a nice, quick, easy, very cheap meal tonight. And Giselle messaged me and was just like, I really want pizza, but I'm kind of hungry right now. So I told her, you know what, eat something small right now, and then later when you get home, you can have pizza. I'm going to start making the pizza right now because I'm pretty hungry. So I'm going to eat it right now. But there'll be plenty left over for her, obviously. Like plenty of the cooked stuff. I'll probably cook like half of it right now and put the other half in the freezer or something, or in the fridge or whatever. So she'll be able to eat some of the stuff that I've already baked when she gets home. And hopefully it satisfies her craving for pizza. And tonight I'm going to, well, before I go get her, I'm going to spend the next hour, I guess, probably just reading. Not going to get into anything too much, just probably going to sit down and read for a little bit. But then tonight I am going to spend a very good chunk of time, basically from the time we get back from picking her up to me sleeping, I'm going to edit a ton of vlogs. And I do have some things to say about why the vlogs have been behind. I'll probably talk about it in a couple days, though. I won't talk about it right now. Probably talk about that when we are actually caught up. I'm going to spend basically this entire weekend catching up on vlogs, spending most of my time editing them. And yeah, I'm hoping that it goes well. I'm going to turn the oven on here real quick before I forget to let it preheat for a little bit. And so I'm going to edit a bunch of vlogs, plus do some booktube stuff as well. There's several reviews that I'm ready to do them, and I should just sit down and film them all because I'm ready to do that. The other day with the interview fiasco, me messing that up, it really just made me feel really defeated and really crappy, and I just didn't want to touch any booktube related stuff after that. And I still haven't heard back about doing a redo yet from Ada or from the publicist, so we'll see. I don't know if anything's going to happen with it. It's really disappointing still. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to think about it right now. We'll deal with it next week, I guess. I probably won't hear from them over the weekend. Maybe I will. I have no idea. Probably won't, though. So we'll see. But I feel like editing vlogs, and I finally feel like getting these vlogs out. And I'll tell you why I haven't felt like it in a couple days when they are caught up. Hopefully they'll be caught up because I'm going to be spending lots of hours this weekend. Basically the entirety of the weekend is going to be working on catching up on vlogs. So Giselle's home, and she has a package.
I do have a package from the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people at Tantor.
Who sent her a book, many books actually, and then sent her another book, and now is sending her another book. She's finally listening to one of them right now, though, too, right?
Yes, I haven't listened to a book in a long time, you guys, and
it's been at least over a month.
Yeah. But I started today. I listened to over half of it at work today, so that was good. I had a bit of a longer shift, so that worked out well.
Yeah.
And I think this is, Slightly Sinful by Mary Barlow.
Oh,
so Ballow.
You keep putting an R in there.
It's Balog, actually.
Balog. Do you hear it on the audiobook thing?
No, I didn't actually pay attention to that. I've heard about her on a podcast, though. It's Mary Balog.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, you said you're actually liking the one you're listening to right now.
I'm really liking it. It's like a marriage of convenience plot, and I'm kind of in love with it.
It's the one called Slightly Married. I guess that's the first one in the series.
Yeah, and I really like it, and I can see myself going through the whole series. But Rosalind Landor is fantastic. I love her so much, and I've liked her in most other books that I've heard her narrate before, but this one, the grandma is Welsh, but the main character she is Welsh, but she's not super Welsh. She is Welsh, but she was raised in England, and so she has a slight accent, and she does a great job. Before I knew she was Welsh, from the story telling me, I was like, she sounds Welsh. Like, not heavily, but a little bit. And then the grandma has not an overly thick accent. So I think it's supposed to be thicker in the book, but obviously she wants it to be understandable, so she doesn't do it too heavily. But she does a pretty good job with it, and I'm impressed. Because in the book, when the main guy is hearing the grandma speak, he's like, I can barely understand anything she's saying because it's so thick. And yeah, so she doesn't do it that thick. She just does it like a normal Welsh accent, but the slight accent that she does on the main character, I'm impressed with. Because I feel like it's a lot easier to do like a really thick accent than it is to
Really
do...
thick and exaggerated.
Yeah.
Versus nuanced.
Yeah. Like this very like subtle, but it was strong enough that I picked up on it, which I would not say that I'm good at picking up on accents like at all. And yeah, so I'm impressed by Rosalind Landor in particular, but I'm really liking the story. It's probably going to be a four-star book for me, maybe even 4.5. I really like it a lot, actually.
That's good. And we're both wearing green, by the way.
That was not even on purpose. Oh, whoops.
Mine is like a more bluish green, but it's definitely green.
It's green.
It's definitely green, but we're wearing green, so.
I did not do that on purpose. This was just one that I was like, I want something that's not going to be tied around my neck, but I'm going to wear a t-shirt, so this is what happened. But anyway, thank you again, Tantor. Woo! And yeah, St. Patrick's Day is lovely when you work at a retail store and everyone's like, do you have St. Patrick's Day decorations? And I'm like, yeah, they're all sold out, you idiot. Maybe you shouldn't come on the day of the holiday. Like, oh, I love people so much.